Hey everybody, Comics Your Smell Good Special Edition. It is week 2 of the all-new, all-different Marvel Now, and Casey, Morgan, and Perry have allowed me to make a solo video, continuing to make up for the week that Casey kicked me out last month. Remember that? Anyway, let's kick it off. The new Captain America, Sam Wilson Captain America, brand new #1 by Nick Spencer and Daniel Lacuna. Brand new status quo. Some big things happen, and in a way, like, Sam is like severing his ties with S.H.I.E.L.D., but you can never sever your ties with S.H.I.E.L.D., can you really? What's also cool about this, it's got Misty Knight, who I love. She's an awesome supporting character. You got Maria Hill. Something's about to go down that could be a long-running storyline between Sam Wilson and Steve Rogers. And you got Sons of the Serpent, a classic villain. All new adventures with the all-new Captain America, new #1 this week. And while we're talking about Avengers, here's a double shot of Avengers this week. Here's one thing I do love about the all-new, all-different Marvel Now. They've kind of shattered down the franchises and the teams. You have mixes of Avengers, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Humans. It kind of started with the original Uncanny Avengers. Pardon me, I'm just like, there's a lot of Inhuman stuff going on in this, so that's kind of why I made that mistake. But the Uncanny Avengers, the new one, this is going to be Jerry Dugan, pardon me, and Ryan Stegman, who did an awesome Wolverine, and of course he did the Superior Spider-Man. So this is a really weird, kind of cool book. You can see some of the team here. Very weird lineup, including Deadpool. But there's a brand new weird Inhuman threat that comes out there, and so a lot of fun, a lot of adventure, Brother Voodoo, lots of weird kind of mixing together. Old school Steve Rogers just kind of running it. A new threat for Rogue. If you want to see Rogue, X-Men fans, this is going to be the book to see her in for quite a while. Plus you got Johnny Storm in a really cool new uniform, new look. I kind of like the Johnny Storm post-Secret Wars makeover here. So, and then in New Avengers, this is one I really love. Now this kind of picks up from Avengers World, which you saw, and this is now Al Ewing and Miguel Sandoval. Here's the thing: if you can't beat the bad guys, buy the bad guys. If you're maybe in Avengers World, basically Sunspot of the New Mutants and X-Men and Cannonball, he pretty much bought AIM. So it's now the Avengers idea mechanics. So these are kind of young, kind of hip, rogue, kind of sort of Avengers who are kind of doing their own thing. They've bought Avengers Island, they've bought AIM, so they're kind of doing their own kind of super heroics their own way. And for fans of, well, you got Squirrel Girl for one, but you got, if you're a fan of the Young Avengers, there's Wicked and Hulkling. Once again, New Mutants, there's Songbird. For the Thunderbolts fans, a really cool eclectic mix, kind of doing their own thing, fun, really hyperkinetic kind of art, and a weird villain who's connected to the old Marvel Ultimate Universe. I'll just give you hints like that, but I'll give it away. But that's kind of just what you need. Just jump in. A lot of fun. New Avengers #1. Speaking of, how do you have Guardians of the Galaxy without Star-Lord? Oh, you get Kitty Pryde to be the new Star-Lord, Star-Lady. As this is set up, of course, all new, all different Marvel Now picks up 8 months after the finale of Secret Wars, and everything is changed in the galaxy. It's all changing apart. Peter Quill has now fathered in his father's legacy. He's gone off to the Spartacan Empire, but the Raccoon's in charge. Have no fear, Rocket is going to keep the Guardians together, and he's got some new members, including Ben Grimm of The Thing, which is kind of cool. We still don't really know what's going to happen to Fantastic Four, but at least Ben Grimm has a cool place. He's a great pilot, so why not have him piloting across the galaxy with the Guardians? Plus you got Groot, you got Drax, you got Agent Venom, and Kitty Pryde is in there. So hopefully there's still some hope for hashtag Starcat, which was, basically Peter Quill and Kitty Pryde, when they hooked up, they became a social media phenomenon. Their chemistry cannot be denied. So hopefully Brian Michael Bendis is working on getting them back together. But lots of good epic fun by Bendis and Valerio Schiti with the new Guardians of the Galaxy with a whole new team lineup. Let's bring on some SpiderVerse was just epic. It gave you anything Spider that ever was, and two big hits that will not be denied that keep going are the awesome SpiderGwen. It's the same team you loved, with all new adventures of the Spider-Woman of an alternate universe. It's Gwen Stacy assuming the heroic role. I can't remember when a heroine came on so fast and furious and everyone loved it. There's Spider-Gwen cosplay everywhere. I was just at Geek Girl Con this weekend, and Spider-Gwen was everywhere, and it's because they're such a great team and such a great character. But now we're going to be learning more about what happened to Peter Parker of that world, what happened to the Osborns and the Goblins by the same team that you know and love, and a brand new #1 for SpiderGwen. And once upon a time, many years ago, there was the whole 2099 line where it was all set way in the future. And Miguel O'Hara was one of the first kind of alternate Spider-Mans from that time, from a future world. And he's kind of back now, as this tagline says, fighting crime before its time by his creator, Peter David, the great Peter David. He's still writing this. So he came back in SpiderVerse, and he came back also as part of Secret Wars. Brand new #1, cool adventures with Miguel O'Hara, and a cool supporting cast of heroes and new threats in Spider-Man 2099. And for my last book, here's the thing. When I was at Emerald City Comic Con, I went to the Star Wars panel, and I pretty much told the Marvel people, I said, even if it's a book full of grunts and growls, I will buy a Chewbacca book. And thank you, they listened to me. No, they probably didn't listen to me, but once again, another book from Jerry Dugan this week with Phil Noda, who I love on Black Widow. This is a Chewbacca limited series. Chewbacca, he's got a new sidekick. He's on this new mission. Of course, the Empire are the bad guys as always, but new adventures with Chewbacca. And I'm also going to end it, but we also have this. If you want the comic to go with it, you can also get a Chewbacca hat. And I have a gigantic head worthy of a Star Wars alien one. I'm going to try it on here. So there you go. That's the Marvel, all new, all different Marvel Now edition of Comics Should Smell Good. Catch up all the news on comicsblend.com. That's my site. And stay tuned for more of the rest of the big comics of the week from Casey and Morgan.